Hearing none, the public hearing is now closed.
Number 4, consider authorizing, adopting, and submitting the 2019 Consolidated Annual Performance and Evaluation Report to the U.S. Department of Housing and Development. Number 5, consider approving contract with University of South Alabama in the amount of $12,000 from District 1 funds to support the Project 110, a documentary proving the history of the Cotilla and African town. Commissioner, we're going to check on that to make sure that that wasn't on the last.
Yeah, I checked.
You
I checked the last two.
It's good?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 6, consider approving contract with Women's Club of Saraland, Inc. in the amount of $24,246.42 from District 1 funds for the building repairs and improvements. Number 7 was removed from the agenda. Number 8, consider approving contract with Clark Shaw Magnet School Parent Teacher Association in the amount of $25,000 from District 2 funds to purchase technology equipment. Number 9, consider approving the contract with St. Elmo Elementary School Parent Teacher Organization in the amount of $23,000 from District 3 funds for a walkway canopy. Number 10, consider approving contract with the Board of School Commissioners of Mobile County in the total amount of $13,500 to be divided among District 1 funds in the amount of $3,500, District 2 funds in the amount of $5,000, and District 3 funds in the amount of $5,000 for the JROTC STEM Leadership Program. Number 11, consider approving contract with Fostering Together Gulf Coast in the amount of $20,000 from District 3 funds for operational expenses. Number 12, consider approving the recommendation of the Board of Review for the junk ordinance hearing December 8, 2020 for the citation as follows. Number 13, consider approving contract with MTI Business Solutions to provide employee training services for the period January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2021. Number 14, consider approving sponsorship with USS Alabama Battleship Foundation in the amount of $2,500 from District 1 funds for its Sailor's Life at Sea and Home Front during World War II exhibits.
They sent me a personal solicitation. And I said, this looks like something, we might want to support. Yeah, that's how I got it.
Was that the only amount they were asking for? Was that the total amount, or did you just come up with that price, or were they needing more funding, I guess is the question, or do you recall?
I think they need more.
I'm just asking because I would be interested.
Yeah.
I'm nothing in that. But I would be interested as well in participating in that.
Excuse me, Commissioner Hudson, could you speak into your mic?
Help if I turned it on too.
So could we, for the same amounts? Or how
If
much?
that's needed, certainly,
Yeah.
I'd be glad to participate in that as well.
So we would just need to create numbers for, EFP numbers for 2 and 3.
Yeah, if maybe they could get us a little more information, I'd like to know,
Yeah.
how the exhibit would be presented.
Let me see
But
if
I'm
it's
very
here.
interested in supporting and participating.
It's
Did they-
it's
did
no
they-
backup.
they didn't-
Is 2,500 for each commission district okay?
I'd
That
be fine with
appropriate?
that, particularly since that's in my district.
But we all
I just
claim
wanted to
it.
point that out.
You
It's
all
barely
claim
in
it.
my district, but it is in my district.
We're
I
not letting
read
you
that
claim that by
earlier.
yourself.
I looked on the map, I was like, I think that's in my district, and I'd be interested in funding that as well. I think
Yeah.
You
It's
kind of
2,000.
like Jerry always reminded us the Brooklyn complex, so I would claim it, that was
I just
his.
like the battleship, for whatever reason, I like having a battleship in my district. So a couple of tanks.
I think we will all
could get a couple
participate
tanks.
at that same level.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, we'll create EFPs and provide that to Sandra.
Thank you.
Very good.
Okay, number 15, consider approving contract with Wolfpack Band Boosters in the amount of $4,159 from District 1 funds to purchase band equipment for Weiger High School. Number 16, consider approving professional services agreement for development and support of the online election reporting system with Dogwood Productions, Inc. for the judge of probate for initial cost of $18,500 plus annual maintenance and per election costs. Number 17, consider approving professional services agreement for web design, hosting, support, and maintenance with Dogwood Productions, Inc. for a new website for the judge of probate for an initial cost of $10,000 plus hosting, maintenance, and support costs, subject to final legal review. Excuse me. Number 18, consider approving notice of termination of web development hosting, support, and maintenance agreement with Site One on the internet effective March 31st, 2021, and authorize the judge of probate to sign such notice. Number 19, consider authorizing advertising for bids, projects, vehicle maintenance facilities for camps 1, 2, and 4. Number 20, consider approving assigning 800 megahertz radio system salvage and disposal to Televate for professional consulting services in the amount of $29,473 for review of existing county radio system assets, identified and classified equipment for sale or salvage disposal, develop specifications and statement of work. Number 21, consider authorizing minor amendment to the program year 20 action plan to reflect a reduction allocation of $247 in the community development block grant and $135 in home programs due to the error in the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development initial formula allocations. 22, consider authorizing the President of the Commission to sign and submit amended SF-424 forms for the Community Development Block Grant and home programs and to execute the subsequent award agreements and documents associated with this award. 23, consider approving appointment of Tyrone Fenderson Jr. to serve on the Board of Directors of the Mobile Museum of Art, Inc. for a term of 3 years effective January 1st, 2021, and will expire December 31st, 2024, replacing Mike Johnson. 24, consider taking the following action on bids. 25, consider approving renewal maintenance agreement with Coverage One, Inc. in the amount of $32,632.01 for the period of 3 years from January 17, 2021 through January 17, 2024 for Fortigate 600D under the current state of Alabama contract for the County Commission. 26, consider approving renewal maintenance agreement with Coverage One, Inc. in the amount of $16,008.39 for a period of 1 year from December 6, 2020 through December 5, 2021 for production support coverage VMware Horizon under the current GSA contract for the County Commission. 27, consider approving professional services agreement with Overton Veterinary Hospital, PC, for veterinary services at the Mobile County Animal Shelter in the amount of $30,000 per year. 28, consider approving the purchase of approximately 5.47 acres of waterfront real property located on Jackson Road, Theodore, Alabama, for the purchase price of $245,000 plus closing costs, and to authorize the Commission President to sign the purchase agreement and other such closing documents. 29, consider authorizing professional services agreement with Trust Care Management doing business as Azalea Gardens Nursing Home for on-site nursing home care of COVID-positive homeless individuals referred by Mobile County Board of Health at all-inclusive rate of $208.76 per night per person, but not to exceed $105,000 as approved July 27, 2020, agenda item number 22, subject to final legal review. 30, consider authorizing acceptance of grant from the Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources of the Bayfront Park Restoration and Improvement Project in the amount of $4,648,304 with no match required, and authorize the execution of all associated documents subject to final legal review.
Could we get Tina to talk a little bit about, just to summarize Phase 2A and B, what will be happening here?
Good morning, Commissioners. So Phase 1 was engineering and design. This is funded by the Natural Resources Damage Assessment Fund through the oil spill. So we've completed Phase 1, E and D, and Phase 2, the next two phases will be construction of a beach, construction of a boardwalk, a new restroom facility, and some other improvements in the playground area at Bayfront Park.
Okay. How long do you think is that expected to take?
So as soon as we get the permit, we'll go out for bids. I think we'll begin work within the next 6 months.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you.
Number 31, consider authorizing professional services contract with Knowles Development Group, Inc. in the amount of $110,000, in the amount up to $56,525, and in the amount of $53,475 to implement the African Town Winter Initiative, which will enhance the physical and environmental aesthetics of African Town communities, include Magazine Point, Happy Hills, Kelly Hills, and Lewis Quarter.
Question. I was wondering, the African Town Winter Initiative, what exactly will that do?
So there are two parts of it. One part is landscaping, frontage, trimming hedges, cutting, just making it look like people actually live there. The kind of things that,
Streetscape
yeah,
improvements? Okay.
yeah, that's a good name, yeah.
Okay.
And then the other part of it is doing facade work on about, I don't know, 12 to 15 houses, low income, rehab kind of work.
Oh,
About $3,000 or $4,000 per house.
All right. And so is this part of the, I noticed the 56,525, so this is actually falls within the redevelopment project
Right.
itself?
And
Okay.
I just did a general name to kind of pull it all in, but yeah.
Okay.
And-
All right, thank you.
Okay. Mhm.
Number 32, consider approving amending the 2019 Capital Improvement Plan to add project CIP 2019-001N African Town Redevelopment. This amendment creates project CIP 2019-001N African Town Redevelopment in the amount of $56,525 and decreases the CIP 2019-001 District 1 unnamed projects by $56,525. Number 33 needs to be voted on today. Number 33, consider approving no-cost license agreement with Kronos Incorporated for the use of Harmon desktop software application for internal use only in conjunction with Kronos products for a term ending November 1st, 2021, subject to final legal review.
So moved.
Second.
'34, consider reappointing Anita Diamond, District 1, Karen Atchison, District 2, and George Bach, District 3, to serve as members of the Board of Directors of the Mobile Bay Convention and Visitors Bureau for 3-year terms expiring December 31st, 2024. 35 was removed from the agenda. 36, consider approving requests for proposals for professional services event connection calendar platform website content management. Number 37, consider approving to purchase e-ticket equipment for the Sheriff's Office from under the current Purchasing Cooperative National IPA Technology Solutions contract in the amount of $514.50, half of which will be reimbursed by the Alabama Administrative Office of Courts, and the balance will be reimbursed through the CARES Act funding. And 38, consider approving.
So let me just ask a question. Because of our experience with CARES Act, is this something we're going to be submitting and hoping that it'll be reimbursed, or is this an allocation that's already made, that's confirmed? Either way, I think we ought to do it, but we just need to know that we may end up having to eat it.
How sure are we with this money?
The information I have from retired Circuit Judge Lang Floyd is the state has approved these funds for reimbursement. Now, Judge Floyd is retired Circuit Judge from Baldwin County, working for AOC, but he verbally tells me, I'll get in writing, that the state will pay its half. And the plan, of course, the plan is that AOC Administrative Courts will get a check to Judge Young-Peter for Administrative Courts half and tender it to the county as early as next week.
Okay.
But I'll get some written clarification on that. It's a good point.
I'm just curious, because I just, anyway, okay.
And number 38, consider approving recommendations from the Mobile County Investment Committee.
And there's one that on Monday may need to be added on. They're opening bids today for the installation of the shade structures at the soccer complex. And if we get an acceptable bid, then that one may need to go ahead and be added on Monday, because we need to get moving on getting those installed before the season starts.
Well, you want to go ahead and just put it, and then if it's not ready, just pull it.
That
So
sounds good. We can do that.
Let's just go ahead and.
What do you think, Brian? Are you feel good about it?
I really don't have that degree of comfort, Commissioner. I really would like an opportunity to sit and review those bids with our consulting engineer before we place them on the agenda. Tentatively, though, I believe, I'm hoping we'll have something that we can do as an add-on for Monday morning, if that's okay.
So
with
you'd rather us
y'all.
wait? I mean, as the Commissioner said, if it's not ready to move forward, we can always pull it off.
Right. I'll get some verbiage together. We'll put it on the agenda for Monday morning, and if I need to pull it for some reason, we'll pull it.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with
Okay.
that. Absolutely.
You're just kind of quiet this
I'm
morning.
just,
You're just chilling.
He's getting real
You're already in the
introspective on us.
zone. You're in the.
I learned this weekend when women are talking to always listen, so.
Wait a minute,
I'm
you
trying
just
to-
learned
You're just
I'm
that?
learning
trying to
that?
apply that to every aspect.
He's a late bloomer, that's for
It's a
sure.
slow
aspect
learner.
of my life.
Thank you.
That's it, Commissioner.
You're a pretty slow learner. You just okay. All right.
You ready?
Right.
Okay. Engineering agenda, item number 1, recommend authorizing acquisition of property listed. Item 2, recommend awarding the bid for our McDonald Road resurfacing project, and this is actually a full-depth reclamation project, Commissioners. To Jose
what?
Weaver, full-depth reclamation, that's where we're going in there and we're pulverizing the existing asphalt and base, adding cement to it. What we're trying to do is to repair a bunch of the damage that was done to those heavy hauling vehicles with the construction of the Walmart distribution center on that segment of McDonald Road from Highway 90 northward up to County Farm Road. Full depth reclamation is the way to go. We got a real good bid from Jose Weaver, so it's going to be our recommendation to award that bid.
Where is the McDonald Road between what? Where?
Highway 90 up to County Farm Road.
Okay.
It runs north-south.
I've had several questions, and I should know what it is, but I really do not. What's being built behind the Waffle House at I-10 and
Just north of
McDonald
I-10?
Road? Yes.
Commissioner, I actually don't know.
I
I'll
think
get
it's a
with-
Love's.
Well, no, there's that's further
It's a different-
south, but
oh, okay.
tank container storage facility or something, if you could find out.
Mr.
Wearing-
Barcliff may know.
Wearing oil,
What is it?
wearing oil.
What do they do?
As I understand
know?
it, they're a local distributor for.
Like a tanker
Yes, sir.
tank,
I can get you
gasoline
plans and let you see exactly what they're building.
I just wanted to be able to answer that question. It's been asked by several people that live in the area.
Yes, sir. We'll get you an email with that information.
Thank you.
Commissioners, item number 3, recommend approving final plat of Deer Crest Unit 3 subdivision. This is a private road subdivision. That's Commission District 3. Item 4, recommend approving supplemental agreement number 1 with HCL Contracting for our Phil and Jim Road grade drain basin pave project to add fencing pay items and some piping that was left out of the contract. And currently, that is it.
Well, that's a short one.
Yeah. Anything? Anything?
I have nothing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so we can tell you all Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays once again. And stay safe
And healthy.
and healthy. All right. We stand adjourned.